whether you can hear me. Anyone? Thank you very much, people in the Russian room and the English as well. I guess we can start. Well, we have 1 more minute left until the top of the hour, but we can launch our 4th session, or day 4, the fundamentals of blockchain. And today we are going, well, to familiarize. For some of you, it's going to be new material. For others, it might be already familiar material. We're going to look into the features of the Cryptounit blockchain. I guess I will start screen sharing. Just give me a second. Okay, the recording is on. And let me tell you one thing right away regarding the questions. I will be able to take your questions at the end when the general material has been delivered. And next week, we're going to have a live session dedicated to all the questions that you will have asked by then. So this is going to be a dedicated session. And we are preparing a special questionnaire in which you can ask your questions, and that's how we are going to give our answers during the next session, but it's going to happen next week. And today we are going to look into Cryptounit blockchain. I guess I will take some of your questions, but not all of them. I'm sorry for that. Let me start sharing my screen, and I guess we can begin the session. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen. One thing I forgot to do is to introduce myself. My name is Maxim Liskovets, and I've been working with the company for 5 years already. And I'm working in the media department right now. I'm responsible for the creation of the contents. Well, instructions to be precise, video tutorials. And I would like to ask the translators, if I'm speaking too fast, just slow me down. But I guess the pace is perfect, so there is no need to slow down. So we are on the main page of blockchain Cryptounit. And I guess people who opened this blockchain at least once saw this page. If not, let us look into it, break it down, see what's going on here and what you can see here. So on the left side of the screen, you can see tokens that you can work with, which is CRU, WCRU, UNTB, and USDU. And also you can see how many of those tokens have been staked in the entire system. Currently, you can see it's 13.9% of the tokens have been staked. You see there is a lots of numbers after the decimal point, which means that out of the entire amount of CRUs, 13.9% have been staked or are staked. So let's go from top to bottom. Since our company is a very large company and covers lots of different countries, languages. That's why our blockchain is localized into different languages, and you can pick the language you prefer. But today we're going to look into the English version of blockchain because we are broadcasting an international session today, and guys, please be flexible, okay? But anyways, you can have this page translated into your language. This is the info tab where we are at right now. Without going into further details, I would like to show you one more thing. In the upper right-hand corner, we have the field, the box search. So what can it give you? If, for example, you have an already registered wallet, And later we will go into that and see how it looks like, what we have inside there. But I think most of you saw it, but just to be safe, just in case. In here, you can type in the address of your wallet on this page, and you will see the entire statistics for your wallet, just if you're interested. Here, you can also see all the transactions and all the blocks that are happening during the usage of your crypto wallet. I guess at this stage, we're not going to go any deeper because there are lots of different numbers that we can spend hours talking about. Let's go into the wallet itself. And for you to go to the wallet, you need to click on wallet over here. And in here, we enter your CRU account, your wallet address to be precise. And here, either you enter your seed phrase consisting of 12 words. Please note the difference. Or in here, you can enter your private key, which you receive when creating this wallet. Okay, right now I'm going to enter it and let's see what we have inside. I'm gonna copy paste my address for real quick. But I think I'm gonna conceal it so that you guys can see it, just for security purposes. Not that. Just give me a second, okay? Because there is a lot of network load here, and the machinery doesn't want to comply. Okay. So let me take my address, and then here we enter the key. After you enter your details, the system suggests you input your PIN code consisting of 6 digits. It's up to you what kind of PIN code you want to use. It should be digits, numbers, in other words. That's the requirement. And well, just give me a second. Here's, you have to repeat it twice, and then you click on set PIN. After you do that, you can see this table, go to or proceed to wallet. Please pay attention to that as well, because some people forget to click on that button and then can't understand where their wallet is. You need to click on that button, proceed to wallet, to be able to go there. Okay, so what do we see on this page? This is the main page of your blockchain wallet, where you can see all of your assets, all of your tokens. As you can see, CRUs, World CRUs, UNTBs, and USDUs. Here you can see that I have several tokens in different quantities here, and we're going to work with them for you to understand what kind of transactions, operations you can do, and use other features and functionalities. The PIN every time can be a new one. It's not a permanent PIN. Every time you enter wallet, you change your PIN if you want to. So here you can see there are different buttons that you can use. The first button is a staking button. It's for staking, obviously, and we will go back to the topic of staking a little bit later. And then there is a button send, and we will go back to the sending function as well. Also, we can see the distribution of your tokens. We have available tokens that you can do anything you want to. Then the amount of tokens that are staked I have 0. For now, I have just available 10,000 tokens. If I staked my CRUs or WCRUs, and we will do that, then part of it will be, you will see it in here in the section staked. You will see in numbers and in percentages. Also, we can see how many frozen CRUs you have. Well, you will be able to see it. And also unstaking. This is how many tokens you unstaked. Also here we can see 2 buttons. You see refresh balances and refresh frozen. So those are active working buttons. You need to understand what's the difference between them. Refresh frozen, and also you can refresh total balance. Okay. Now another thing regarding the UNTB. Here we don't have any frozen UNTBs. You see, in CRU and WCRU, there is such a category as frozen. UNTB cannot be frozen. That's why you don't have this section in here. And USDUs. Well, since it's a digital analog of $1, so it's just one category. It's 1-to-1 to dollar, so there is no percentages, anything. You just have the button send. Next, before we look into the staking and sending part, let me tell you a few words about the available menus. What do we have here and how we can use it? And then we will talk more in detail about each tab. Well, the second tab in the menu is convert WCRUs, as it follows from the naming. It means converting CRUs into WCRUs, but we will get back to that. Send means sending. You can send either tokens inside the system. You can send the tokens to other users of Cryptounit blockchain, or you can send tokens to the exchange. And we will look into that as well a little bit later. After that, we have the tab staking. Here, everything is quite clear, but we will still look into it more in detail, see how it works. And the loyalty bonus button, it is showing you the return on your, or better, the amount of the loyalty bonus. Right now, we won't be able to see any loyalty bonus tables because it is a brand new account and there are no big movements here. But anyways, if you have some World CRUs in your account, you will see most probably in here the table with the payouts in percentages. Next tab is buy sell RAM. In here we can buy and sell RAM. Well, RAM means memory, but we will look more in detail into RAM, CPU, and NIT. Vote right now is still under development, meaning that in the near future, we're going to release the production version of it. Please keep track of the news. We're not going to look into it more in detail. And transaction history tab. Well, it is what it says, the history of your transactions. You can see here all of the transactions, all of the processes that took place on our blockchain in this particular wallet, and we will look into it more in detail as well. And the last thing that I wanted to tell you about on this particular page is this block over here that shows you the recent transaction here that happens during your work. You can also click on view all transaction here history. And you can go to the page that will show you the entire history of your transactions. So menu is clear. Let's go a little bit higher and take a look at this field in here, this part in here. We can see the address of our wallet. RAM, CPU, and net. For those of you who know what RAM, CPU, and net, I would like to tell you I'm sorry for repeating the information you already know, but we would like to explain it to people who don't know what it is. We're going to be a little bit technical here. Well, as far as the wallet address is concerned, it's quite clear, right? If you are making any kind of transactions, it is very important that you correctly copy your wallet address. Not a single digit character should be lost or incorrect, because sometimes when you copy it with your mouse, you can omit one symbol, but there is a simpler way. You just click on this button over here, and the address of your wallet will be automatically copied. And then when you have to copy, paste it somewhere, you simply won't make a mistake. The next thing is the transition to RAM. So what is RAM for those who don't know what it is? Well, in simple words, RAM is like your memory in the computer. So it's like the memory capacity of your computer. So your blockchain has also memory, and it is spent on transactions. It is used for transactions. So the more transactions you have, the more actions you take on your blockchain wallet, the more RAM you're going to need. So you should take care of sufficient amount of RAM, memory, in your wallet. We will look more in detail how to buy a RAM, how to increase it. The next thing is CPU. Well, CPU and net can be put into one category, one topic. It is also about computational capacities. It is responsible for the speed with which your Cryptounit blockchain wallet works. In this case, depending on the size of your wallet, and if you think that you have enough funds in your wallet, it is recommended that CPU and net is around 50. So what does it mean? We will take a look at it more in detail, how you can sell and stake and unstake, how you can stake UNTBs to get more CPU and net, and how you can buy RAM. So it is recommended if you have huge volumes, like size of your wallet, you have lots of transactions, then it is recommended you have at least 50% capacity UNTB and CPU and net. And you can increase it by staking more UNTBs. So guys, I'm not keeping track of the chat right now. So if you have questions, please ask them at the end of the session. So because we will lose it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to look into the conversion of CRUs into WCRUs. So let's click on it and you'll see the following thing. Let me scroll down a little bit. In here, we can see convert CRU to WCRU. We have a warning notice. You can read it in your own language as well when you go to your own wallet. And here you can choose what kind of CRUs you want to convert. You can frozen CRUs into WCRUs. You can convert unfrozen CRUs into WCRUs or available. It's up to you to decide. But right now, we are going to look into how to convert available CRUs into WCRUs because this account already had unfrozen CRUs. So what you should pay attention to when you convert CRUs to WCRUs. So the first thing that you need to take care of or to notice, to pay attention to, is that you have enough USDUs in your wallet because the conversion from CRU to WCRU charges a certain fee, so transaction fee. So you have to keep in mind that when converting, you will have to pay a certain commission fee. Okay, so currently we have 10,000 CRUs in our wallet, and we can, for example, take 2,000 CRUs and convert it into WCRUs, just for example, to see the numbers. So 2,000 CRUs in here, and let's take a look what the commission is. The current commission is kind of high. Okay, let's put in a smaller number. Let's say 200. Okay. Let's see how much we have in here. 120 USDUs. Okay, so this is the commission fee that I will have available. This is the amount of money that I have available to pay for the commission fee. Okay, so if I enter 100 CRUs, I will have to pay 79.4 USDU. So let's type in 120. Well, 120 CRUs will be converted to 120 WCRUs, and I will have to pay $95 USDUs. For that, you need to scroll down. And in here, you can see the button Convert CRUs into WCRUs. Click on it, and you'll see a table. So in this field, you will have to enter the PIN code that you set up during your logging into your office, into your back office. So the PIN code is set up anew every time you log into your wallet. So every time you enter your wallet, you can set up a new PIN code. You can use the old PIN code, but you will have to set it up anyways. So here we enter our PIN code. Here we have a warning notice again. See, attention. Here we see how many CRUs you have and how many WCRUs you will have and what kind of commission fee you're going to pay. Click on Convert. The conversion takes place. In here, you can see the icon Done. And here you can see that the process has been created that you need to confirm. So you click on this arrow in here. You click on this arrow. And again, you have to confirm with your PIN code. Right now, we are paying the commission fee, the transaction fee, it says in here, which means fee means commission fee, right? You pay it and
great. Look, we have a notification. Provide more UNTB. Stake more UNTB. CRU for UNTB. Sorry, I will come back to the page. Once again. Perfect. This time it's done. CRU into World CRU converted. Now let's come back to our page. We see nothing. You press refresh balance, and here you see 120 CRU converted into World CRU. Hope it's clear about conversion. If something is not clear, then please take note of your questions, and then either in the end or next week there will be Q&A session where we will discuss all your technical questions. Well, we are done with conversion. The next stage. The next one is staking. Look, we skip one tab, send. We will skip it for some time. We will come back to it. And now let's have a look at staking. Well, first of all, you click staking tab. And what can you see here? Different options of staking. So here you may stake World CRU for UNTB, CRU for UNTB, and UNTB for NET and CPU. And please note that this button, blue button, UNTB for NET CPU, is similar to this stake on stake, stake on stake. If you press here, you go to UNTB staking, CPU NET, and if you press it here or here, then you will come back to this page. You must understand that they are the same page. Next, let us stake World CRU for UNTB. For this, you click this button, this blue button, and here you are to do the following. You may manually slide this slider by clicking it and selecting the number of World CRU to be staked, 100. So manually you select, or you can do it manually here. You indicate the amount of World CRU. So there is your balance available and balance frozen. We have 120 World CRU frozen, and we may stake them fully for UNTB. As soon as you slide this slider to the very right, 100%, you press the button, Stake World CRU. I press it, I click it. So you enter your PIN code and confirm PIN. Great. Transaction is done, and our World CRUs are staked for UNTB. At the bottom, you see World CRU staking history. This is the history of your staking of World CRU for UNTB. So here you may see all the processes here. The next point is the following. Please note that as soon as I do some actions in my account, RAM is almost full, 84%, which means in case I take some other actions in my wallet, then quite likely there will be some issues either with the speed of processing, or you will not be able to carry out any transactions. But it is recommended to monitor this indicator, and so that RAM does not exceed at least 50%. If it is over 50%, then it means that you must buy additional RAM to avoid any problems in your wallet. Let's come back to this tab, staking. Well, here, let's stake CRU for UNTB. For this, you go to the main page of the staking tab, press the button Stake CRU for UNTB. And the process is quite similar. You may select the number of CRUs to be staked. Suppose 50% of my entire amount. 50% of the amount I have. This is 4,940. You press stake CRU, type in your PIN code and confirm your PIN. Great. The transaction is done and it's great. Now, CRUs are staked and world CRUs are staked as well. Here, in the same page, you may see the number of CRUs of world CRUs staked. Current staked amount, 120 world CRUs staked for UNTB, and we have 4,940 CRUs for UNTB. And you may see the number of UNTBs already earned. Here, we don't see it as the process has just started, but as soon as our crypto wallet works, you will see the number of current reward in UNTB. This is the way staking operates. Then, after this, let us close a question about loyalty bonus. Look, nothing is reflected here, but you may go to your wallet if it is created for quite a time, and you may see your statistics, your history. So you get the data on loyalty bonuses accrued. The next tab is buy, sell, RAM. We go to it, and again, look. In a similar way, this button here and the buttons in the upper line, in the upper side, so they are the same for you to know it. So what can you do here? Here in this tab, you may buy RAM. Let us buy, no, before I buy, I will share some details about the page. Well, at the top, you see the current RAM price in UNTB. At present, 1 byte of RAM, byte is the memory, RAM is our memory on our blockchain, and accordingly, it is measured in bytes. And for you to understand how much RAM you need, you will see the current RAM price, 0.04463167 UNTB per 1 byte. And this field is to buy RAM, and that one is to sell. It's clear, buy, sell, but please note here that in the field for you to buy here, you indicate the amount of RAM you would like to buy. 50 RAM, for instance, 50 RAM. And below, you may see by getting 50 RAMs, you may buy 1,120 bytes. If you go down and where there is the field to sell, in this particular case, if you want to sell your RAM, for instance, the volumes are not high or you would like to withdraw your funding, so this memory is not needed. There are some reasons. And please note, when you indicate figures here, you indicate in bytes, not, you don't sell RAM as such, but you sell it in bytes. And here you are to type in the number of bytes you would like to sell. For instance, 50 bytes to sell. And you see that 50 bytes is only a bit higher than more than 2 UNTBs. So it's important to understand, as these are technical peculiarities. Well, once again, we buy RAM so that this round, this circle, is not fully covered, and so that our blockchain wallet can operate quite well and seamless. For instance, now I will buy 50 RAM in UNTB, press buy RAM, again, PIN, indicate the number, type in our PIN code, confirm PIN code, and as usual, transaction is complete. And you may see that the percentage of RAM consumed is lowered. If you want to top up, to increase RAM or memory on your blockchain, you can buy more RAM. Hopefully it's clear. And in a similar way, you can sell the relevant number of RAM. Well, let's move on. Another thing, another point is send. So let's come back to this tab, send. That is transfer of your tokens to different wallets. I said it from the very beginning that you may transfer your tokens from blockchain wallet to other blockchain wallets inside the system, inside Cryptounit blockchain system, and you may withdraw them to UNITEx exchange. And now we will do it. I will show you how to do it. The only thing I will ask is to give me the wallet, any wallet. I can make a transfer, some amount of tokens, so that we can demonstrate it, so that I do not transfer into a wrong wallet. Please give me this information, and while I'm waiting for this transfer, internal transfer, I do apologize, dear friends. I forgot to tell you about staking for CPU and net. Let's come back here. And we will come back to the tab send a bit later. This is another important point. Look, I press stake unstake here. And to get to this page, as I told you before, you may press the button staking and select for UNTB for net CPU. And we come back to this page. Sorry, I forgot to take you here. Which information can you see here? Here we see that CPU, UNTB staked for CPU, this is the number. And this number of UNTBs staked for net. But we would like to increase them so that our wallet operates seamless in a stable way. And as I told you before, if your wallet is quite heavy and there are a lot of transactions, frequent transactions, then you must have here at least 50 UNTBs here and there. And therefore, in one page, we see staking for CPU and for net. And let us stake 50 here and 50 here. You type in the number of UNTB to be staked for CPU and for net accordingly. Hopefully it's all clear. And then you see the available balance in UNTB. And to continue, you click the button stake UNTB. Or you may press these figures. This is the share of your overall balance. For instance, 25, 50%. It's clear, but we typed in the figure 50 UNTB. For you to understand how it is done, I believe it will suffice. But again, please keep track of this. If it is overloaded, pay attention to it. And look, it's senseless to stake a lot here, so therefore, please take note of it. As soon as you typed in 50, the number of UNTBs to be staked, you click the button Stake UNTB and confirm your PIN code. Transaction is complete. Great. CPU is not overloaded. If you need to withdraw, for instance, you see that you staked 50 UNTB for CPU and NAT, and it is too much. Or you see that transactions, there are not a lot of transactions, you don't need so much CPU or NAT. Therefore, you may withdraw. And in a similar way, you type in the number of UNTBs to unstake, for instance, 25. I will not do it. I will give you an example only. And you press unstake, confirm your PIN, and get your UNTB back. But please note that unstaking of UNTB from CPU, from an CPU and network will take up to 72 hours. Unlike RAM, when you sell and buy it, you get it instantly. Hopefully, it's all clear. Well, it's clear with this part. Let's move on. Let's come back to the tab Send. You click this tab Send, and what can you see here? So the number of to be sent. In this drop-down menu, you may select the token you would like to send. CRU, World CRU, UNTB, USDU. So we will select UNTB and indicate the number. At the bottom, you see available balance. You may press this Send All, and automatically in this field, there will be the whole amount available in your wallet indicated here. For instance, we have 1,400, but I will send 400 only. 400 UNTBs to be sent to a wallet which I should have received. I will find it. Okay, I got it. 400 USDUs to be sent to this account. At the bottom, you see the field, check the address carefully. This is blockchain. So you indicate, type in only the address, nothing else. Or if it is the transfer to the exchange, and we will discuss it a bit later. So please take note of this. Here you are to indicate the address of the wallet on blockchain. So the field memo could be used or could not be used upon your discretion. If you send tokens inside blockchain, it's not mandatory. But for instance, you may leave some message like a reminder for yourself who you send these tokens to or the amount of tokens sent to, but it will be seen. I believe you will understand on your own what to write down. This is your memory reminder. No one will see it. We will leave it empty. And then you press send.
We double check everything, and then you enter your PIN to confirm. And you click confirm PIN. The transaction has been finished successfully. Now we have 1,000 UNTBs in our wallet. So what we're going to do with them? Well, some of them may be moved to the exchange. Why not? And if you don't have an account in our exchange, I recommend you do, because it will be of use to you in future. Some people might be surprised why it's black. Well, it's nighttime here, but you can change it to daytime if you want to. You see over here. Let's keep it white for now so that it's comfortable for everyone. Maybe the black background is not really familiar to some of you. So here, you see, you click on login. You can choose your language, the one that you prefer, that you speak or understand. And let's go to the balances. You see it's over here on the left. You click on it and you go to the balances and deposits of your account in UNITEX. So what can we see here? Well, first of all, you can see what kind of instruments you can use, currencies. You can see UNTB over here. And now let's look into how we can move some money, funds from the blockchain account to the UNITEX account, UNTBs in particular. In order to withdraw funds from blockchain account to the exchange account, you click on the button deposit. Well, it doesn't mean that you're going to deposit right now. You just click on it because you want to deposit this particular account. And this is the pop-up window that you will see. It gives you an important notice that transfers blah, blah, blah. You know, you read it in order not to click by mistake something you shouldn't be clicking on. So what you need here is the address in here, your UNTB deposit address. This is the address that you will have to send your UNTBs to. And what is most important here, when you withdraw money from the blockchain account in Cryptounit to UNITEX account, you have to indicate the memo. Let's do it really slowly so that everything is clear to everyone. Let me remind you once again, we click on deposit to move funds from the blockchain account to the exchange account. You don't have to really to select it all. There is this button copy, and it will copy the entire address for you. You see, it says copied on top, copied, you see? We go to the blockchain account page and you paste it in here in the send to box. You see, we enter this address. In the memo field, we go back to the UNITEX account and we copy this entire memo. You don't have to select it all and copy, you just copy. Click on this button and we go back to the blockchain account and copy paste it in here. And here we indicate the number, the amount you want to send. Let's say 500 UNTBs will be sent to your wallet on the exchange, okay? You double check everything again. Send to, it's the address of the exchange you find over here in the memo box. You copy the memo address you have in here. Okay, and then click send. Again, you have to enter your PIN to confirm. You click confirm PIN, and it tells you that transaction has been finished successfully. We have 505 UNTBs left. Now let's go to our UNITEX wallet and refresh it. Sometime later, usually in a couple of seconds or minutes, you'll have the amount that you transferred. You can refresh the page, but usually within 1 minute, you'll see the amount that you transferred, withdrawn. And meanwhile, I'm going to tell you one thing about the deposit. You see, about the exchange, you see 500 UNTBs in here. That's how we topped up our exchange wallet. What if we want to withdraw a certain amount from our exchange? And you know what? Let's move USDUs to the exchange as well. Right now, we have 24 USDUs left on the blockchain wallet. And let's move 20 to USDU section of our exchange wallet. We find USDUs in here, you see. We click on deposit to get the address. We take this, copy it. We paste it in here like we did last time. Then we copy the memo. We paste the memo in here and we click send. We confirm it with the PIN code. Okay, let me do it again just to make sure that I did it right. Confirm PIN. Perfect. Transaction has finished successfully. Well, what I wanted to show you is how you withdraw funds from Cryptounit blockchain to the exchange. Some people don't really pay attention to it, and then questions arise. And I wanted to show it to you. Then I will show you how to withdraw funds from the exchange as well. For now, USDUs are not really, has not been yet credited, but it works in the same way with any funds. So if you want to withdraw some tokens from the exchange account or fiat money to another account or to your own account, but move the money around, you click the button withdrawal. Well, there are different languages in here, and you will see the button in your own language. You can see the transaction fee here. Well, when you move around UNTBs, you pay 10 UNTBs as a flat rate. But if you withdraw USDUs, you'll pay $1, one USDU. If we want to withdraw crypto units, for example, then we'll pay one crypto unit. Please pay attention to that, because sometimes a commission fee is charged and there are limits as well. Currently, my wallet is empty, but if you click around, you will notice that for some tokens, there are limits for withdrawal. You cannot withdraw less than a certain amount. Unfortunately, I can show it to you, but I think more or less clear. There are certain limits for the amount of tokens or money that you can withdraw, the minimum amount, whereas you can deposit any amount. There are practically no limits on how much you can deposit. As for the withdrawal, there are certain limitations. For example, the minimum withdrawal amount. Well, in principle, you see, this is it as far as this part is concerned. Just give me a second. You see, people are telling me that the minimum withdrawal amount for USDUs, if I'm not mistaken, but you can check it in your account as well. I think the minimum withdrawal amount is $50, 50 USDUs, I think, but you can check it. So you'll pay a transaction fee $1 and the minimum withdrawal amount is 50, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back to our blockchain account, go to the main page. And right now, yes, I received a tip here that USDUs have a limit of 50 USDUs, like euros and dollars. It's all 50, the equivalent of $50, in other words. So this is the minimum amount you can withdraw. Well, currently, I guess we can stop the screen sharing. So Lilia asked a question here. Well, we will take it later. But guys, this is the main part that I wanted to deliver to you today. What I wanted to add here is that on Thursday, this Thursday, there will be our last lesson session where you will learn more about Cryptounit blockchain and its partner companies and how cooperation affects the popularization, promotion, and overall revenues. Please come. It will be very interesting. It will be like a summing up session that will give you a better understanding of all the processes happening in the company. And one more thing, the organizers have shared the links with you for the Google form. You can check it, follow through. There is a form for your question, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I opened it. You see, it says your question, and you can write your question in that form. And next week, we will organize live session where we're going to look into all of the questions that you've asked, ladies and gentlemen. There is one more thing regarding the unstaking UNTBs. I showed it to you, but let me go through it again so there is no stone unturned, okay? Let me go back to my blockchain account. Just give me a second. We go back in here to our wallet. So let us take all of the UNTBs that we've staked. We go to staking. Just give me a second. Okay. And how to unstake your UNTBs. So we go to CRU for UNTBs in here. You see, we go to that tab, we click on it. So for you to unstake your UNTBs, we click the amount that we would like to unstake. Just give me a moment. So to collect back your UNTBs, we go in here and we can see, like, just give me a second. This is a very important thing for you to see. You see in here regarding the collection of your UNTBs from staking. So when you staked your tokens for UNTBs, you will receive reward of UNTBs for your staking. And not everyone knows where to check how much UNTBs they're going to receive as a reward for their staking. It is, you can see it in here. You see in this field over here. So for you to see how many UNTBs you have received so far, you click in here. I confirm. You see, we staked literally half an hour ago, approximately, what, 5,000 CRUs to receive UNTBs. And over that time, our reward is 0.0159 UNTBs. In order to collect this amount, and there is one more thing, sometimes, for example, if you didn't visit your wallet for a long time, when you click on this wheel, you need to click on it several times when it says, until it says updated a few seconds ago, it is very important. You need to fully refresh the page. Otherwise, you won't see the entire amount of reward. So you click on it, then you click on it again to see that it says updated a few seconds ago. Okay. After you see that message, you can claim your UNTBs to your main account. For that, we click on that green button. And let us do it right now. Well, in principle, the transaction is complete. We can refresh it. You see that in a few seconds, we see some more UNTBs. It's like mining. It happens every second. Well, as for the withdrawal, unstaking of your tokens, I think it's more or less clear. You just enter the desired amount of CRUs you want to unstake, and then you click unstake. And it tells you that it will take 72 hours. More or less, it's yes, that's how much it takes for the CRUs to be credited back to your main account. So let's go to the main page in here. And here we see that UNTBs, right now you see we staked 100 UNTBs. We staked 120 world CRUs, and we have 4,940 CRUs staked, and 4,940 CRUs are available in 72 hours. In here, you will, so here you can see already the total UNTBs, but for now, in 72 hours, you will see the entire amount available. Okay, UNTB is available. So please take note, it takes 72 hours to unstake. Good. This is clear too. The links have been sent regarding the blockchain related questions. We've addressed that. And transactions, yes, that's what we haven't looked at. So let's take a look at this tab as well, transactions history. This is the transactions that, for example, we did during this session. So where we should look at. Here we can filter out what we don't need according to our actions. We want to see transactions related to sending of tokens, staking of tokens, RAM CPU net related transactions and processes, claim rewards. It's well, it is what it says. It's claiming your rewards, and this is how many UNTBs we mined and claimed. Let's go to all actions, and here we can filter by asset. It can be either CRU, WCRU, UNTB, or USDU related transactions. So I think it's more or less self-explanatory. In your language, you will see everything. This is force update. This is the address to which the tokens have been moved. And in the memo field, you will see your message if you wrote something, if it was inside the system. And in here, you can see all the processes that you complete. Okay. As far as this part of the blockchain wallet is concerned, I think we've figured it out. I'd like to stop the screen sharing and let's see if there are any additional questions? Well, what I see here is thanks and thanks. Well, thank you, dear ladies and gentlemen. I hope that everything was quite clear, and I was trying to be as slow and as clear as possible. So if you have any questions, you know what to do.
You all got the links to go to the forms for questions, and there you will type in your questions you may still have. Well, great. The questions about UNITEX exchange is a topic of another technical session, whereas today we talk about blockchain only. I do thank everyone as well for your attention. The recording of this session will be available. Look through the chats. I believe you can find it there. Well, dear friends, then I will say and wish you good evening. Thank you very much for your time, for listening to me. It was my pleasure to speak in front of you. Hopefully it was valuable and meaningful, and to wish you a good continuation of the week. Bye-bye.